So a very good day to all the viewers and subscribers. We had a very quiet morning this morning, and then just as we started heading back to camp we got the report that the Nauru Pride have killed a buffalo, and now we are here at the sighting, and so far there's 11 members of the Nauru Pride. No sign of Red Road. I'm sure he's around somewhere. And if you remember on the last episode, the Nauru Pride were interacting with the herd of buffalo and were close to trying to hunt them and pull them down, and now it looks like they've eventually succeeded. One episode later, only a few days later. And now of course there's a few members that are feeding through different periods. Sometimes there's two young males, then there was a young female earlier. We also had a brief visual of the silver-eyed leader of the Nauru Pride, and she came through here. And what's really interesting about that is that I'm hoping that she brings her cubs here. So a few weeks ago now, almost I'd say a month, she brought her cubs to a buffalo carcass. I unfortunately wasn't around at the time, and I've been waiting in anticipation to meet the new members of the Nauru Pride. So there is 2 of them, and no one has seen them since then. So I'm really hoping that with a kill this size, being this big buffalo bull, that she might go and fetch them and bring them here. But now I think we are going to leave them, and we're going to come back here in the afternoon, and hopefully it cools down again and they give us a bit of a show. I see there has been a substantial amount that's been eaten, but there is still quite a lot left for them to feed on later. So let's see what happens this afternoon. So this evening we've come back to the buffalo carcass that the Narus are occupying now. And there hasn't been too much aggression yet. There's been an odd growl here and there. So as you would have seen now, the silver-eyed lioness, the leader of the Nauru Pride, just looked back at us, and it's great to see her again. It's been a while since I last saw her. I'm still really hoping that maybe tomorrow she'll bring the cubs. It might be a bit far for them to move, they still are quite young, but there's always the possibility that she could bring them. So for now we are going to leave the Nauru Pride. They are probably going to keep gorging themselves silly the whole evening, but we're going to come back here first thing tomorrow morning, and I'm very intrigued to see how much of this carcass is going to be left. At this rate that they're feeding, I don't think much will be left. So this morning we've got the Nauru Pride, and they've moved north from their buffalo carcass from last night, and apparently there's reports that there's at least over 15 hyena that have tried to push them off the carcass. Unfortunately we couldn't get there and film it due to there being so many other vehicles that were in the lock, and we couldn't get a spot. But now I'm hoping as the morning progresses vehicles will move off, and we'll hopefully get to go back and see the carcass. There's not much left of it by the sounds of things, and I think there was just 1 or 2 lionesses that were holding it off while the rest of the pride moved off. So there we've got Silver Eye. She's also just come off the carcass. I think she was one of the last lionesses that was holding it against those 15 hyenas, but now she's obviously decided that the pressure's too much and she's left.
Pull out. So I think 2 more of him come and join breakfast.
Wow, so that was absolutely fantastic. We came back to the carcass after we just left the Nharus, and this whole clan of, I'd say, close to 15, maybe 16 hyena have just come in here. One of the hyenas actually ended up being under one of the vehicle's car, underneath one of the other rangers' cars, and because it was holding a leg of the buffalo, and there were a few other members of the clan that were trying to steal it, and then eventually couldn't handle the pressure and ran right underneath and hid under the guy's car. So always entertaining like that. So something that's also worth noticing is that majority of the hyenas are actually spread out on this open plain and have taken little scraps of what they can. So I think the way it works is your more higher up ranking members in the clan will stay on the actual carcass and feed, whereas your lower ranking members will tend to steal bits off the carcass and go and feed quietly and privately away from the other ones, because they'll get bullied off of it by the more higher ranking members. So you see now a few of these members have seen that other ones have got good meat, and now they're running in after it. But this is the picture. This is the open clearing where the buffalo was killed. It was killed just behind that magic quarry there. There's all the vultures. And spread out across this whole plain is this whole clan of hyena, and a few vultures and some black-backed jackals. So one of the hyenas is very smart, and he's taken away the whole pelvis of the buffalo, and he's just running way off into the distance so that no one can follow him and he can enjoy the spoils to himself. Wow, okay, so that's a wrap on this virtual safari. Really exciting one. So unexpected to have those Nharus on that buffalo kill, and then even more exciting and riveting this morning to have the hyena clan come in and chase them off. It's a pity we didn't get to see the full thing of them chasing them off, but it was really good to see the hyenas come in, interact with each other, be very vocal. A few vultures move in as well. Also good to see that the Nauru pride are all doing really well. Still a lot of mystery around the cubs. We obviously waiting in anticipation to see where those two cubs are. Hopefully they're still alive and she's still got them somewhere. So maybe the next time they kill, if it's closer in the area to the den, we might get a glimpse of the cubs. Also really fantastic to see the red-road male. He's looking fit and well and sticking close to the pride. He was on territorial patrol the other morning, and now at least he joined with the pride last night. We didn't get to film him. He was always in thick bush, or he was either right at the front, and we just got to the back of the Naurus after they'd been chased off the kill. But I hope you all enjoyed that one. It was quite a good virtual safari. We'll see you on the next one.